We all know the saying, history is written by the victors. But what about the stories that were never meant to be written down at all? While we watched declared wars unfold on our TV screens, another kind of war was being fought entirely in the shadows. These are the stories of soldiers who didn't officially exist, fighting brutal, covert battles with a green light from the very top of the U.S. government. From the jungles of the Cold War to the mountains of the War on Terror, these are the hidden heroes behind America's secret wars. When you think of America's conflicts in Southeast Asia, you think of Vietnam, right? But right next door, in the supposedly neutral nation of Laos, the CIA was running the largest paramilitary operation in its history. And for a time, the agency saw it as the playbook for how to run a covert war. This wasn't a war fought by uniformed American GIs. This was a war fought by proxy. The heroes here were an unlikely mix: a handful of CIA officers and, crucially, the native Hmong people of northern Laos. It all started when a CIA operative named Bill struck a secret alliance with a charismatic Hmong military leader, General Vang Pao. The deal was simple. The CIA would supply weapons, training, and air support. In return, Vang Pao's fierce guerrilla army would do the fighting, trying to stop the spread of communism from North Vietnam. What followed was a brutal, decade-long conflict. The CIA created its own airline, the legendary Air America, to ferry troops and supplies. And the bombing, it was relentless. It's been calculated that a bombing run hit Laos, on average, every 8 minutes for nearly 10 years. Hmong soldiers rescued downed American pilots, guarded top-secret U.S. radar sites, and held back waves of North Vietnamese forces. But their heroism came at an unimaginable cost. As the war dragged on, tens of thousands of Hmong soldiers and civilians were killed. And when the U.S. finally pulled out of Southeast Asia in 1973, their allies were simply abandoned. The new communist government began a brutal campaign of revenge against the Hmong for helping the Americans. Thousands more died trying to flee, with many eventually finding refuge in the United States. To this day, the Hmong veterans who fought and died under CYA command are not officially recognized as American veterans. Their war was a secret, and their sacrifice remains largely forgotten. That playbook, written in the jungles of Laos, didn't just disappear after the Cold War. It got a reboot for the modern era. After the September 11th attacks, President George W. Bush ordered the CIA to go after al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. Just 15 days later, the first CIA teams, codenamed Jawbreaker, were on the ground. They arrived with satellite phones, sophisticated gear, and suitcases literally stuffed with cash to build alliances and pave the way for U.S. military forces. Alongside these operatives, a new type of hidden hero emerged: the private military security contractor. These operators worked in the world's most dangerous places, protecting American personnel where the official military couldn't or wouldn't go. Their stories are rarely told, but their sacrifices are just as real. One of the most dramatic examples is Mark Geist, a former Marine working as a contractor at a CIA outpost in Benghazi, Libya. When the U.S. diplomatic compound came under attack on September 11, 2012, Geist and his small team defied their stand-down orders. They fought for 13 brutal hours against overwhelming odds, ultimately saving the lives of 25 Americans. In the fight, Geist's arm was nearly blown off by a mortar. But for heroes like him, the battle didn't end there. As a contractor, Geist found his pay and health care cut off the moment he was flown out of Libya. He faced a mountain of red tape just to get the care he desperately needed. His experience led him and his wife to create the Shadow Warriors Project, a foundation that supports private security contractors who've been injured on the job, filling a critical gap that the government has long overlooked. From a Hmong soldier in the mountains of Laos to a private contractor on a dusty rooftop in Benghazi, America's secret wars have always relied on hidden heroes. They operate without the uniform, the recognition, or the support we give our traditional soldiers. They're asked to do the impossible, and then to fade back into the shadows, as if they were never there. Their actions have shaped history and saved countless lives, all while their stories were stamped classified. These are just two stories among thousands. Each one is a testament to the quiet bravery of those who serve in secret. It makes you wonder, what other heroes are still out there, their names and sacrifices waiting to be brought into the light? If you think these stories deserve to be heard, make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell, and let us know in the comments which shadow war we should shine a light on next.